Ring the bell.
We have 2 more minutes.
You're tricking me. Love you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Everyone then goes amongst last. And then put it on top.
Strings when you internet or whatever it's called. So did you say you don't like being on it? Yeah, I don't go with pictures. I never.
Yeah. And then.
Well, if you sit there, you're gonna be. Yeah, I know. But if I'm behind it, I know. Little tape delay there. Hey, I know there's no tape. Backward. But look at the flip.
You ready?
It's slightly delayed. Yeah.
It seems like there's not coming enough room for everyone to sit down here.
So they set these up. Those.
Right.
So,
Oh, great. And is there a talk first, or is it all notification?
we'll do a change. And then.
On here. Okay.
And then usually.
That'd be great. Have a birthday party.
Any volunteer to light a candle? Come. We have one more candle. Please sit down. Before we start our meditation and chanting, today we have a small ceremony. As you know that, we take the opportunity to appreciate our friends and members when they are celebrating their birthdays. So today we have a special person who is having birthday, and I'm going to invite the special person. Yeah. So let us invite our beloved friend and our great long-time supporter to our Buddhist center, our Therese Jungle. Please come. Our birthday girl. Yeah, come. So can we kneel down here? Yeah, over here. Yeah. So we have prepared this small plate for you with the candle and the flowers around it, and we will offer this candle and flowers to the Buddha. And we offer candles to appreciate and honor the wisdom of the Buddha, the light of wisdom. And we offer flowers to appreciate and honor the blossomed compassion of the Buddha. So in turn, we also make the inclination and determination to grow the same wisdom and compassion in us. So that is our wish for you, to grow, continue to grow in your wisdom and compassion. And those are the two important aspects of our being. So it is a great opportunity for us to, say thank you and appreciate, all the great work that you have done to us. You have brought a lot of creativity to our community. And so whenever people see creative things in this Buddhist center, many of them have your hands on them, right? Including our logo and our calendar and many things, and of course, including the signages. Many people are impressed with that, and they benefit, from that, presentation. So, so we have done a great service to our community, and so this is our appreciation of that, generous kindness given to us. So we will now chant the blessing verses, wishing you good health, peace and happiness, and also continuous growth in wisdom and compassion. Okay, so you keep it, and I will make a signal when you want to do it. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotte bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Okay, please stand up. And bring this to everyone to touch. And she will come with this plate. Please touch the plate from the bottom and wish her happy birthday. So the we don't have technical assistance. Okay, yes. Happy birthday. Okay, you can sit down. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let us do our chanting before meditation. Turn to page number 5 and chant with us together. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. The next page, the 5 precepts. Anatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, adinādhana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, kāmesu micchāchāra veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, musāvāda veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami, surameraya majja pamadatthana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. On the opposite page, Let us treat the affirmative vows based on the 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattva deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swankato Bhagavata Dhammo Samvittiko Akaliko Ehi Pansiko Opanaiko Panchantang Veditabbo Vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujopatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiti Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidam Chattari Purisa Yogani Anta Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuniyo Pahuniyo Dakkiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyak Ketang Lokansati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings, offering of light. Ganesarampadittena Deepena Tamadangsina Tilokadipang Sambuddhang Pujayami Tamunudang. Offering of incense. Gandha Sangbhara Yuddhena Dhupena Hang Sugandhina Pujaye Pujaniyang Tang Puja Bhajana Muttamang. Offering of flowers. Vanne gandha gunopetang etam kusuma santatin pujayami muning dasya siripada saruruhe pujemi buddhang kusuminene punyena metena labhami mokkhaṃ uppang vilayati yatha idang me kayo tatayati vinasa bhavaṃ. Offering of water. Adivasetu no bhante paniyam parikampitang anukampang upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adivasetu no bhante gilane paccayang imang anukampang upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbadhani supatitthitang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Itcheva manchang te namasaniyang Namaste mano ratenante yang punyabhi sandhang vipulang alatang tasanubhavena hatang terayo. Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent action towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like a linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities, as a smith removes the rust from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Welcome everyone to our meditation session. Today only me and Bante Padma and Bante Metta and Bante Kamalasari are traveling. My masters also flew to Arizona. So suddenly we are back to two monks. But we will have all of them next week. Yeah. So let us make a common and collective effort today, tonight, to address and try to tap into our inner potentials, tap into our inner goodness. And we will do our loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing. So loving kindness meditation will be a guided meditation. So our goal is to recognize or acknowledge or discover our inner potential, to love, our inner potential to accept and welcome with open-heartedness, our potential for unconditional love. We all have that, but it is buried most of the time. But right now we are going to bring it out. So just follow the instructions and make good wishes to yourself and others. You don't have to feel like wishing everyone, but just do it, and then you'll feel it. We will we'll have that at the end. We'll have our meditation on breathing. So rejoice your decision to come here today. You could have been doing so many other things at this hour, but you purposely made the decision to come. And this is a special gift that you are going to give into yourself and also to many others. You are finally taking care of your mind. You are turning to yourself and taking care of your mind and acknowledging, recognizing the wholesomeness in yourself and growing and cultivating them. And then you can benefit many others. So whatever the practice that you are doing today is going to benefit you a lot and also bring benefits to so many others that we may encounter in our life. So this practice is to benefit so many other beings. Just think about that. How many people, how many beings will benefit from this practice after we get up from this seat? Rejoice your decision to come here today and make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make use of this opportunity, this wholesome gathering, this guidance, and I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, Let us listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant. Throughout the bell and the chant, let us gather our attention to this very present moment and establish your attention in your body. Just feel your body. What do you feel when you touch the cushion or the chair? What do you feel in your hands, in the palms and fingers? And what do you feel in other parts of the body? Maybe areas where your body parts are touching each other. Just observe those sensations throughout the bell and the chant. Keep coming to your body and settle your mind in your body. With this awareness of the body, we relax our body further and further. This is a good opportunity to give a chance to our body to completely relax and release whatever tightness it may have. In this very safe and friendly place, we can let go of all the concerns and allow all the muscles, the whole body, to be loosened, to be relaxed. If you wish, you can lengthen your breath a little bit, allowing more air to come to your lungs, lengthening the in-breath a little bit, and release that breath very slowly, allowing your shoulders to open up and relax. And take another such slow, long breath without force, gently allowing more air to come through nostrils. And release that air gently, allowing your chest and belly to drop, relax. Take another slow, long in-breath and release the breath slowly, releasing, relaxing everything. With this relaxed body, we will now bring our whole attention to our mind. We will let this body to be here. Simply be here as relaxed as it can. And we will bring our whole attention to our mind. Let us watch what is in our mind right now. Whatever thoughts, memories that are coming to the mind, let us simply notice them without selecting and developing any thought further. We simply keep noticing the occurrence of those thoughts, one after the other. Various thoughts pop up, memories surface. These random thoughts keep occurring in the mind. But right now, instead of these random thoughts, let us now purposely generate a wholesome thought. We will cultivate and generate a wholesome thought. This is a good time to make our mind as wholesome as we can by generating wholesome thoughts, manifesting wholesome qualities in our mind. Let us now generate one of the most wholesome qualities that we are capable of experiencing: loving kindness. Loving kindness is the willingness for everyone to be well. Am I willing if everyone is well? And that willingness is the loving kindness. It is friendliness towards everyone, universal friendliness. It is goodwill and genuine wish of well-being. It is an attitude of benevolence. Let us generate this loving kindness right now. We all are capable of generating this wholesome quality. We all have this capacity. Let us now bring it out. Let us generate that willingness for everyone to be well. How good if all beings in this world is safe, is well. Let us generate that willingness. Let us open our heart, just like when we see a little baby. When we see a little baby with a smiling face, how do we feel when we are next to a little baby? Or how do we feel when we are petting a puppy, a kitten, or any other pet, a little creature? When we are petting such a creature, how do you feel? Generate that open mind. Generate that kind of warmth, readiness to care, wholehearted wish of well-being to that creature. Let us open our heart just like that. This is the spark of loving kindness. We will now cultivate this, grow this to become stronger and stronger. How we can grow is to make good wishes again and again to all groups of people and beings. Let us keep wishing well-being to everyone again and again to grow this wholesome loving kindness. Let us direct this loving kindness to all people and all living beings. We will start with ourselves. We are also one of the living beings. Just like any other living being, This person sitting here, which we call I, also deserves the loving kindness. So we'll start with this one. Feel your presence. Feel your body. Acknowledge your posture. Acknowledge your presence in this hall. And let us direct the loving kindness to this person. Just like we have that warmth, the readiness to care for that baby, for that little creature. Let us direct the same loving kindness to this person sitting here, to this living organism. Make a genuine wish. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us be generous to ourselves and be kind to ourselves and make all good wishes. Just repeat, may I be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let this wish sink into your body and mind. Be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us also direct this loving kindness to all this whole body. Appreciating the support we receive from this body to live our life. All these organs and systems of this body have helped us a lot. With deep appreciation, let us direct this loving kindness to all these body parts. Repeat. May these sensory organs be well, be healthy, be healed. May these lungs that are helping us even right now, feel your lungs when you breathe in and wish. May these lungs be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, the cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system, bring your attention to that part of the body and wish. May this heart be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs in this whole digestive system, which help us to absorb the nutrition from our food, the stomach, the liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digestive system. Bring your whole attention to that part of the body and wish that this whole digestive system be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, may these both kidneys and the whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, the frontal lobe, the whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. Allow this loving kindness penetrate throughout this body, wishing each part of the body to be healed. If you like to pay attention to a specific part of your body that you think need more attention, bring your close attention to that area and feel that area closely and make a wish. May this part of the body be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to everyone else. We wish well-being to all other people, all other beings. Just like we wish for ourselves, let us expand this wish to all other people. Let us wish all people who are connected to our life, all beloved people in our life, our family members, good friends. Just briefly bring them to your mind. And let us quickly wish, may all these people be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond those beloved people to all other people who are living with us, sharing the same space. Let us wish for all people. Let us wish for everyone sitting with us here today, now. Let us wish for one another. May all these friends sitting in this room right now, may all these friends be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this loving kindness beyond this room to all other people living in this whole surrounding area, whoever they are. May all these people living in this whole neighborhood, let us genuinely wish for all of them. Repeat, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this immediate neighborhood to all other faraway places. Let us think about all people living in other neighborhoods, others faraway cities and states. May all people living in faraway cities and states, may everyone living throughout this country, all of them, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish as wide as we can. Let us embrace as many people as we can. Let us direct this wish to all people living beyond this country, the whole continent, and even beyond the continent, in all other parts of the world. Let us take a moment to think about all people living throughout this globe. People who are going through difficult times, suffering from poverty, people who are suffering in war zones. Just take a moment and genuinely wish for them. Repeat, May all people living everywhere be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish even beyond the people, to all other living beings. Let us wish for all animals, from large ones to tiny ones. May all animals living everywhere, large, medium, and small, may all these creatures, animals living all over the place. Repeat. May all these animals living everywhere be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish as wide as we can to include any life forms there may be. May all living beings, visible and invisible, whatever life form there may be, may each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice, this expansive mind, this loving kindness that has no limits. It is boundless, embracing all beings. Just rejoice, this wholesome loving kindness, limitless love towards all beings. Just rejoice, this wholesome state of the mind. boundless, immeasurable, loving kindness, open and wide. Just rejoice. With this loving kindness in the back of the mind, let us now gently shift our attention to our breath. Having this peaceful, wholesome state of the mind in the background, let us bring our whole attention to our breath. In this peaceful, calm moment, you can feel the breath. You can feel your in-breath through your nostrils. Feel the cooling air moving through your nostrils and going behind your throat and filling your lungs. Feel it. And when you are breathing out, you can feel the emptying of the lungs and the warm air coming out through the nostrils and touching your upper lips. See how much we can feel these sensations. Let us gently bring our whole attention to our breath. And let us keep watching this breath again and again. No matter how many times you have other memories or thoughts, simply notice them and bring your attention back to your breath again and again. For the next few minutes, let us be with our breath. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. First, take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past, who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped your meditation practice tonight. Let us also feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this cushion or the chair that give you the support, and this bell, and this device that help you to connect to the meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. You can move your legs, stretch a little bit. Okay. We can have a sharing session. We have few newcomers also, and others also. If you like to share your experience, maybe your challenges, maybe we can have a good discussion. You can learn something if you share.
I think tonight was a good meditation session for me. Didn't have nearly as many distractions as normal. But I mean, even when you have the distractions, it's okay.
It's okay.
You just have to realize, okay, my mind's wandering a little bit. Let's reel it back a little bit. Take a step back, stay with it.
Yeah. Thank you. In meditation, it's all about the balance. Sometimes, we can have agitated mind. We have a lot of thoughts and all kinds of things, keep occurring, keep popping up. Sometimes, not many thoughts, but we can slowly go back to our sleepiness and lethargic and half sleep. And so those are the two extremes. So we have to strike the balance. Sometimes we have a lot of thoughts, sometimes we don't have much thoughts and disturbance, but we are half sleep. Not really, not really, developing our, mindfulness, but so we have to find the balance. Yeah. So that's why the posture is important, to like keep, like not to feel, sleepy, the keeping the chin parallel with the earth, and that's. But I'm glad, I'm glad that you notice that even though we have a lot of thoughts and disturbance and maybe sounds, whatever, as long as we acknowledge them, notice them, yeah, okay, and that's also the part of the meditation, acknowledging them and noticing them, not observing everything, but not let them jump on us. Any other thoughts or sharing?
I found it difficult. I found it surprisingly challenging to cultivate loving kindness at
Mhm.
the beginning.
Mhm.
I feel like it comes out of me all the time. And so it was surprising that it was challenging to feel.
At the beginning.
Yeah. And it waxed and waned. And um, it was interesting to notice the different qualities.
Well, it is, and also different times. You know, the context. You know, yeah. Did it like, where you feel more comfortable to feel loving kindness in the middle or throughout?
I think with greater specificity, with more like specific,
Yeah.
it was easier for me to cultivate the loving kindness. And yeah, when it was this generally every being, I was like, that's so vast.
It was too big for me.
Yeah, so big to think about. And then when you said creatures, I have an affection for jaguar slugs, and that allowed me to tap into my feeling of loving kindness.
Yeah. Yeah, all living beings is too big, right? And we are also the one of the living beings. But wonderful thing about love, loving kindness is that we may not be able to own the whole world, own all the living beings, but we can love, and we can, at least we can wish all living beings, right? So next time when you see, we will not meet all living beings in our life, but once you make that nice wish, whenever you happen to encounter one, you know that I have wish for you. Early in the morning, we do our loving kindness meditation for all people and everything. So when you go out, when we meet people, oh, I have wish for you this morning. Even if someone home behind me, oh, okay, I wish for you. Because we have done our part, before we go out. Yeah. So it's very abstract when you think about all living beings, but we can wish. Some people find it easy to make a wish for all living beings rather than wishing like your neighbor, who maybe someone like you especially. Right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was going to ask, whether it's difficult to wish well-being to yourself. But when it comes to our body, it should be like, we should like with more appreciation and gratitude, we wish for all the, different parts of the body, Because all these systems and organs, they continue to work, without our knowing. Even when we're sleeping, they are working to make us alive. Yeah. So, how many times, our heart has been beating for us, right? Yeah. If there's any metal, that has been, moving that fast, that often, that frequency, I don't know whether any metal can survive. Only heart can survive.
It's also easy to be disgruntled or upset with a part of your body that isn't working well, but then to recognize that despite however it's not working well, still here I am, I'm still functioning well enough to sit here.
Yeah. If a certain part is not working well, that means it worked well before. So we have to be grateful for that part. Because we have ignored that part, now it's not working well. So first we have to grateful, okay, you really did a good job, I'm so grateful. And then, yeah. Yeah. So we are grateful, right, Bante? And only two of us are here these days, so we lack help, right? And now we recognize the value of other people, right? Fortunately, Bante Padma was here to operate, the YouTube and because I usually don't touch the technical part, Bante Metta is taking care of that, today he's not here, but good that you were here to replace him. Yes. Okay, so moving to our discussion, I selected a particular discourse of the Buddha that I thought that maybe may help you particularly during this time. Of course, everybody had the election day yesterday, right? And some people may have stay late up night, to find the results of the election. Anyway, I think when you think about these these elections, or maybe our effort to maybe bring our effort to participate in creating a more just society, right? Or maybe more peaceful society. That's what we are doing, right? And so, but I think there's a part that we can participate, but there's also a part that we have no control. And so I think it's very important for us to understand, what is our limitations, and also our, capacity, what we can do. So there's a particular discourse among the teachings of the Buddha that describe how how we can pay attention to our own individual growth, and also larger growth. And so when we do any practice, it has to first it should we have to do that practice to benefit ourselves and also to benefit others. And when we are engaging in social movements, and in like a kind of large, like contributing, being part of the largest social structure. And so we want our values to be represented, at the national level, maybe global level. So we want, everyone to see the value of the values that we adhere to. But in that effort, sometimes we kind of don't pay much attention to what we can do in our own individual life. So if we really, have certain values that you like others to follow, if you have a particular value you like the national policies to adapt to, I think other than like promoting that, and also like working, promoting that value in large society, but we also should pay attention to really practice that value in our own life. And sometimes we work so hard to promote that value, and then we forget, to practice it, in our own life. So I think, so I like you to think a little bit about that. How much we can talk about certain rights, certain values, certain principles that we like. We think that if those things are promoted and become like national policies, that will bring larger and will bring benefit to so many people. So okay, it's good. We should be responsible and then we can promote that. But most importantly, we should also come to our own life and practice that. So with regard to that, in this particular discourse, Buddha described There can be four groups of people in this world, like four categories of people, not permanent categories, but roughly four categories of people. The one who practices for his own benefit, but not for the benefit of others. And one who practices for the benefit of others, but not for the benefit of himself or herself. And third one who practices neither for his own benefit nor for the benefit of others. And now you can guess the fourth one, right? If you know, remember the patterns of the teachings. The one who practices for his own benefit and for the benefit of others. Okay, so the four groups of people. The first one who is practicing for his own benefit, not for the benefit of others. Second one is practicing for others, benefit of others, but not for his own. And the third one is he's practicing not for the benefit of others and not for the benefit of himself, neither for others nor himself. And the fourth one is one who practices for the benefit of others and also for the benefit of himself. And of course, in these four group categories, Buddha said that the best one is the last one. The next best one is one who practices for his own benefit. And then the next one is one who practices for the benefit of others, but the perfect practice is for the benefit of both parties. And then he explains what he means by one who practices for the benefit of, but one is for his own benefit, but not for the benefit of others. Because it talks about not like working for your own well-being. I mean, working for your own profit. It's talking about the spiritual practice. And this is how a person who practices for his own benefit, not for others. There is a case where a certain individual abstain from harming or killing other lives, but does not encourage others to do so. And he abstains from stealing, but does not encourage others to abstain from stealing. He himself abstains from sexual misconduct, but doesn't encourage others to do so. And he himself abstains from lying, but does not encourage others to do so. He abstains from intoxicants that cause heedlessness, but does not encourage others to do so. And that's a person who is practicing for his own benefit and not for others. He has his own practice, he minds his own business, not business, but he takes care of own spiritual practice, but doesn't care much about others. Not bad, at least he's practicing himself. And the individual who practices for the benefit of others and not for the benefit of himself. And there's a case where a certain individual himself does not abstain from harming and killing lives, but encourage others to abstain from killing and harming. And then you can think about stealing and sexual misconduct, lying and taking intoxicants. And he himself or herself doesn't practice that, but encourage others to do so. And that's a person who is practicing for the benefit of others, but not for himself. So when we talk about the policies, the large political structure or social structure, we really have to think about are we promoting the values and rights and principles that we personally live by? If we cannot really live by those values, we cannot really honestly promote those values. And we have, we don't know actually practical, difficult in practicing those values. Okay, and the one who practices neither for his own benefit nor for others, we can understand he himself does not abstain from killing, harming lives, but he also does not encourage others to do so. He's not practicing those moral principles in his own life, he also does not encourage others to do so. He kind of, have no sense of, responsibility or integrity. The last one, the one who is practicing for the benefit of himself and also the benefit of others, there's a case where a certain individual himself abstains from killing and harming lives and also encourages others to do so. And same thing with stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and taking intoxicants. And he has given this basic 5 precepts that which we observe, at the beginning. And these are the very basic level of, moral behavior. But it can be other things too. So it's basically so. Of course, this is the again understanding the nice balance. How much we have right to influence others. Now, how much we have right to impose our values on others, right? And of course, we have we may believe in certain principles, certain values, and how much we can promote, how much we can influence on others. It's a tricky thing, right? But I think if we start to practice in our own life, and we will definitely understand, and its real value, and if it has limitations, and if it's difficulties, we will understand it, and then we know how much to promote and how much to ask for others. If we haven't practiced by ourselves, we have no clue, how others can really follow that. Right? If we haven't really recognized the tendency to be violent within ourselves, if we haven't, worked with those tendencies, if we haven't, seen those tendencies with us and worked with them, we have no clue how to ask others not to be violent. And we can simply say, we can simply protest, but we don't really have a clear idea exactly how others can do it because we haven't done by ourselves. Only we have gone through that process, then we have a clear idea how to encourage others, how to promote these ideas, how to explain, and how to be not to be violent, even in aggressive, even in difficult moments, because we have done it. So I think if we promote any values, we have to we have to make sure that we have tested it in our own life. Yes.
Who will decide what group has the right value? There's many groups.
So I think if we change the word, instead of being views and viewpoints, but if we can change that, like what is more beneficial?
What's the judge?
We can test and see. We may not come to universal conclusion, But I think right and wrong. Instead of asking right and wrong, we can ask, what is more beneficial or what works, maybe. Yes.
Or what reduces the suffering?
Exactly. Yes. It reduces the most suffering. Not easy.
Thurman writes about when you say right speech or right livelihood or these things, that's sort of that's like a religious context when you say right or wrong. But I think his word is realistic livelihood. Reframe that. So more palatable.
Thank you, Kema. Yeah. So, because it is like usual translation, and if you read normal Buddhist books, you have right speech, so I put right, but slash I put perfect. Yeah, instead of saying right. And some teachers have also translated as skillful speech, skillful action. Yeah. Yeah, I think right and wrong and that categorization is not very helpful. And oh, I'm glad that I didn't say wrong. Not helpful, yeah. Yeah, not very helpful because it can be different from time to time, from context to context. We cannot have universal standards for right and wrong for anything. It depends on the context. It depends on, so it's really difficult. But anyway, coming back to, like practicing, in individual life, if you really like if you really admire certain values, certain principles, so you have done your part in the election day, and now you have no control of it, and whatever happens will happen. Maybe you can influence a little bit, you can lobby a little bit, but I think now what you can do is actually start practicing those values in your life. If you value equality, for example, and try to practice that whenever you meet people, whenever you meet strangers, whenever you go and talk to others, just practice that, and that has a big influence. Of course, I think you have heard about, the great thinker, Foucault, he's talk about power, right? And not the political power, but actually the subtle power that we all have with our all individual little things that we do. So the power is not only, the power structure, that is in a higher level, but there's also bottom-up power that we can practice by, simply, exercising our living those values and practicing those values within our own environment, in our own context. But anyway, I remember a story of how we should practice, how we should first try to practice it before we teach others, before we promote it others. Yeah, Bhante, we know about Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
we know.
So I think you all heard. Because he was saying that be the change. It is, but I have read in a book actually when he was studying for his law. He was a lawyer at the beginning. When he was studying for his law, one of his colleagues has a little boy who is addicted to sweets, and he really his colleagues really wanted this boy to reduce eating sweets, too much sweets. But no matter how many times he told his child, he's not listening. So he thought that maybe his colleague who seems to be quite good, and he thought that maybe if he told him he will stop. Sometimes children are like that, right? Children, when parents say they don't listen, but if someone else said, they will maybe a little pay attention at least. Because the moment the parents open their mouth, they have all the preconceived, ideas. They don't really listen what they're really saying. They're listening, they're preconceived, the image. So it's really difficult to bring a new, fresh message. Anyway, so when his colleagues came to Mahatma Gandhi and told him the issue, and said, "Can you really help me with my child?" He said, "Okay, I will teach him. I will encourage him." So every evening he sent this child to Mahatma Gandhi, and he will teach something, and so after about few days, and he come and ask, "Okay, did you tell my child?" He said, "Oh no, I will tell him. I haven't told him yet." So about the week, 2 weeks passed, and again he went and asked him, "Did you tell him?" He said, "No." And he asked, "Why are you taking so many days? And he has been coming to you for 2 weeks now. Why you haven't told him, to stop eating sweets?" And he said that only yesterday I stopped eating sugar. All these 2 weeks, I have been trying to stop, the eating sugar. And then once I manage to stop, then only I will tell him. Only yesterday I managed to stop, and tomorrow I will tell him. When the tomorrow comes, when the child is in front of him, he directly look at his eyes. He knew, what kind of struggle he went through to stop eating sugar, right? And now directly looking at his eyes and say that, stop eating sweet. And he told that with such authentic, voice, because he knew what kind of struggle he needed to, do, and also explain him how to do that. But that message he gave to that child with that, sense of, authenticity is so powerful, because he said that only after he stopped eating the sweet by himself. So maybe that's what we have to do, right? If you really want, certain values and principles, to yeah.
Was Gandhi Hindu? Or he didn't
No, I mean, I think he was born in the background, but he tried to go beyond, and he has said that he's a Hindu, he's a Buddhist, he's a Christian, he's a Muslim. He tried to go beyond, and kind of basically try to get the essence of many religions. Yeah.
I said he tried to gather all our religions together peacefully, broad minded.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts? Yeah. So election is over, but we have work from tomorrow for today. Just practice those values in your life. That's a different kind of politics. Okay, let us move to the other part of the program. Turn to page 14. So now it is time for us to share the merits that we have accrued today by coming to this practice and doing this practice together wholeheartedly. We generated so much goodness in our heart, so much good merits, good karma in our hearts. And now it is time to share this goodness with all others. First of all, let us recall to our mind our departed family members, our ancestors who loved us so much, who cared for us so much. Let us be grateful to all of them and share these good energy, good merits with them. May all of our departed relatives share these merits. May they be benefited from these merits. May they be well and happy wherever they may be. Let us chant together. Idang mi jnatinang hotu sukhita huntu jnatayo. Idang mi jnatinang hotu sukhita huntu jnatayo. Idang mi jnatinang hotu sukhita Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any being in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata che amhehi Sambhatam punya sampadam Sabbe deva anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya Sabbe bhuta anumodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya, sabbe satta anumodantu, sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Now it is the blessing service. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra. And this particular sutra was given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to chant the same sutra for you now, wishing you all good health, peace and happiness, and a strength and courage to overcome your difficulties in your life, and wisdom and mindfulness to manage through all the challenging issues in your life. We wish that may you receive these blessings and be blessed with those qualities. And especially today, we want to extend our blessings to Therese, wishing her continuous growth, wishing her all the light and brightness to her life, and may all the blessings surround her, giving you good health, strength, and courage, and wisdom and mindfulness. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantam santam padam abhisamicca sakko ojocha sujocha suvachocha samudho anatimani santosakocha subharocha ampakityocha sallavugavunti sanghrinriyocha nipakocha ampakampo kulesu ananugindo nachakundan samachare kinchena vinyo pare upavadeyum sukino vakemino hontu sabbe santa bhavantu sukitanta eke chipane bhutanti tasavatavara anavasesa digavaye mahantava majjimara sansakanukatula dittava yeva andentaye chadure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavesi sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitanta naparo parannikubbe vetanati manyete katta chinang kanche vyarosana patigha sanya nanya manya sadukha mitteya matayataniyan buddhan ayusa eka buddha manuragge evam pesabba bhutesu manasan bhavaye aparimanang mettam ca sabba lokasmi manam bhavatiteya Idamaho ditting ca anupaganna silava dasanena sampanno kami suvinaya geda nahi jato gambhaseya punareti tena sat Sottite hotu sampata etena sacchavantena sabbarogo vinassato etena sacchavantena hotu te jaya mangalam Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavantantarayo sukhi gayuko bhavatu sabba mangalan rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavene sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalan rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavene sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalan rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavene sada sotti bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during last few days. Think about your yesterday, or maybe day before or few days ago. Recall to your mind an incident in which you were able to be kind to someone, helping someone, or sharing what you have with someone, or even sharing your knowledge with someone, even simply listening to someone. Just recall an actual incident. Let us rejoice these kind deeds. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds,
rejoice in those kind deeds,
resolving not to compare myself with others.
resolving not to compare myself with others.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds,
rejoice in those kind deeds.
glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere.
Glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere.
May my kind deeds
My kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other beings.
relieve the burdens of other beings.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers of
May
pain.
my kind deeds
May my kind
and
deeds
merits that come from them
and merits that come from them
help me in freeing my heart.
help me in freeing my heart.
Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness or help we received from others during past few days. Think about a moment that someone helped you, someone cared for you. Recall an actual incident, a moment. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day,
This day,
or in the past,
or in the past,
if I have seen or heard
I have seen or heard
of the kind deeds done by others,
kind deeds done by others,
with their body, speech, or mind,
their body, speech, or
whether
mind,
great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the
here
Buddha,
before the Buddha,
I call to mind
I call to mind
those kind deeds,
those kind deeds,
and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
being always ready to praise kind people
being always ready to praise kind people
and follow their example.
and follow their example.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
appreciating there are many good-hearted people in the world.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many living
May the
beings.
kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship amongst many living
May the
beings.
kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you everyone for joining the practice tonight. And on this Sunday, which is 20th, not this Sunday, coming Sunday, right?
Scared.
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Coming Sunday, on 20th, we have our Thanksgiving gathering. And so we invite you to come for our potluck lunch and offering to the monks. My monastic masters will be back for that gathering, and we specially organize that gathering for two reasons. One is to meet my masters, like giving opportunity for all of you to meet them and receive blessings and guidance from them. And also, that is traditionally, our Thanksgiving gathering. And traditionally, that can say traditionally, but the Thanksgiving monthly gathering is sponsored by the Wednesday meditation group. You, I don't know. And basically, signing up for food items. It means we have the food item listed over there, right? Yeah.
People have been signing up.
So remember that.
You can find it on the website.
Yeah. So, and two of our friends will also have their precept ceremony on that day. Yes, and so that will be a nice thing too. So you all welcome to come to our gathering. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice week ahead, and so you can come to have a blessing strings from us. And thank you very much for people who join our YouTube, and really appreciate your commitment to practice, and we look forward to see you next week too. Yeah.